Hi! So if you don't know, in my room I have a goals board. The point of that goals board is to give me some direction in what I want to do and some best practices to keep myself in top shape to make the best things I possibly can and to keep me happy. When university starts and stuff, it's really easy to get overwhelmed by the stuff you have to do and go in a really crappy mood and be just completely miserable. Essentially, that board's there to help me keep that in check and to help me push towards what I want to do and what I want to become, and I just hit a tree. I'm sorry. Anyways, so today I'm going to talk to you about the goals that I have on that board and why they're important to me. Goal number one is to keep making YouTube videos. Yeah, I know I've been totally doing that and everything. So obviously university's hit like a train lately, and it's been really hard to keep up and to make videos and to write down my ideas and to do what I really want to do with this channel. So that's obviously a goal I have to work on and work towards to keep myself happy and to keep my channel where I want it to be, essentially. The goal is so important to me because I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I love making videos about stuff in my everyday life, and it's just such a release from everything I do at university, and it's just kind of a way to let my creativity run loose. So it's really important to keep myself almost sane during the school year. And I've not been doing such a great job, so that's something I really have to work on. And that's another thing about the goals board. It's not necessarily like a hard thing you have to do all the time. It's more like a guideline to keep yourself happy and to push yourself forward to where you want to be. So how am I going to keep making these YouTube videos when I clearly don't have as much time as I normally would? Well, one of the things is get creative with where and what you film. I don't always have to film with this camera. I don't always have to film at home. I can film other things in my life, and it's just explore all the avenues that I can, and that's something I really have to keep in mind. The lighting was so good and now it's so bad and I'm so sad. The second thing in my goals board is stop procrastinating. I've made an entire video a long time back about this subject. I'm like a really good procrastinator, which is not something to be proud about. But what am I going to do about it? Well, obviously, get rid of every single distraction I can find. So what I've done already, oh my god, sun, so much sun. Well, the first thing I would say is definitely get rid of every single distraction. I've already started that with essentially getting rid of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff on my phone, because anytime I have a second to spare, I would essentially go and boom, in one of these apps and spend 10 or 15 minutes. It's not a really good thing to do. But trust me, I find some different ways to procrastinate. So it's essentially to find these things as we go and to get rid of them as fast as I possibly can. The next thing is pretty straightforward. It's go to bed early. Last year I had a really bad habit of going to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning because I'd be trying to finish some work, or I'd just basically waste my time on Twitter and what's. And oddly enough, I was really not aware in class and I wouldn't really listen, and it'd be really hard and be really easy to fall asleep. Geez, I wonder what caused that. All right, I'm just gonna hold the leaf like this. There you go. Okay. The next thing on my list is quite simple. It's saving up some money. So right now I'm saving up for my second semester, but once that's over, I can start saving up for either a new camera or a new phone. Now this gets complicated. Obviously I can't buy both because I'm not just rolling in the dough, but it's kind of a hard decision because they're both going to be filming tools. Tools. They're both going to be filming tools. All right, I'm changing spots. Let's vlog this. The best camera is always the one you have with you, right? And the one I have in my pocket, which is called my phone, isn't that great all the time. I filmed a couple videos with it, but I wasn't really impressed. Now, the other thing I'm looking at is a Sony a6300, which is an amazing camera. The only thing with that is that then I can't really necessarily lug it around with me all the time, but when it comes to films like this, or short films that I want to make, they go up in quality exponentially. So let me know which ones you think I should probably use, or yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'd love to hear them. Now, this is not to say that the gear is really important when you're making YouTube, because it's not. Please let me be clear on this. It's really not important. Like I've said, I've shot some videos on my phone, and that's plenty good enough. It's more about how you utilize the things that you do have. Utilize the camera you have, utilize the microphones you have, utilize the cell phone you have. It's really about that and making the most about what you have right now. And don't go out and run and get a $2,000 camera, because if you don't know how to use it, it's not exactly worth it. Let's stick to this view. The last thing on my goals board is time management. I'm horrendous at time management, essentially. I'll say that this timeline is great, but let's be honest, I'll get half of what I said I would get done in such timeline. So the thing that's important with that is realizing that that's how you are and that's what you do. Oh, my arm. Oh, this camera is heavy, my arm is hurting. Okay, let's wrap this up, I guess. And by realizing that, you can utilize everything you have, so your calendar, putting dates and stuff, so you can work around what is due when and what's your priority right now. So that's probably one of the things that I really have to work on, and it goes a bit with procrastination. Anyways, those are the things that are on my goals board. Let me know, what are your goals? What do you want to work on? And do you have any suggestions for me? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you the next time. I'm a mess, and so are you.